Hey, it is 7:03 Thursday night, 7:03 Tuesday night. Tuesday Night Live, Boogie with the Bull, Dave Goldman, Jen Woodruff with you.
Hello.
Randy Rhodes is on special assignment, although he may join us. I don't really know for sure, but I'm sure he'll either be with us momentarily. William J. Bernard was invited to join us, and hopefully he might stop by. Nikki Young was invited to drop by. Also, everybody's always invited to drop by. So if you're out there and you want to come aboard and you didn't get a link, you can message me and ask for a link, or I'll flash the link up on the screen, whatever works for anybody. Anyway, we're live on the Dave Goldman profile here on Facebook. We'll be in 1 million Facebook groups momentarily. We are live on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. That has a live chat as well. And we are live on at Boogie WT Bull. That's my X account, at Boogie WT Bull. If you follow me over there, you can watch the broadcast and listen to it, but there is no live chat over there. So pick where you watch accordingly. Anyway, Jen's with us today. The thing I wanted to talk about was the debate is in 2 days. No one knows how it's going to be. No one knows if Joe Biden is going to be playing Joe Biden or if there'll be a guest Joe Biden playing Joe Biden. Maybe even Dr. Jill might be dressed up as Joe Biden.
Oh, help us.
I was going to say maybe Big Mike Obama would do it, but I think he's taller than Joe Biden, so that would give it away. But you never know. Maybe it would be Barack Biden. Anyway,
an earpiece.
Jen is back from her vacation. She was here in Florida, and unfortunately, farther down than we are, the nice beach. Were there beaches nearby?
Yes, we went to all of them.
Oh,
there's
cool.
Siesta Key and Sanibel, Fort Myers, and I don't know. There were so many. It was just beautiful.
So many of them. And you'll know she was there because she autographed each sign to show that she was there.
I don't have much of a tan to show for that, but I was there.
It is, well.
It was really hot. It was very warm.
It is hot today. It's in the upper 80s, and it says it feels like it's 100 outside. Yesterday, Donna was running me around, and it said 109 degrees in the car. When the AC cooled the car off, I think it still said 104. So it's crazy weather. Summer's here in Florida. Make sure you stay hydrated. Keep yourself protected if you're out in the sun. And don't do anything stupid like not wear your hat like you're supposed to, or slather the top of your head with sunscreen, which I don't usually do. And I always forget my hat anyway. So there it is. All right. That's okay, so Jen sent me a link, which we'll try to get onto the screen momentarily. But in the meantime, Jen, what's up? What's new and exciting?
Everything's exciting. The house is still a mess. The house is still a mess. We're home. The pets were very happy because my second son and his fiance took care of them. So they were spoiled. They were taking them out to the dog park all the time. And everyone's fat and happy. It was a great week.
Fat and happy?
Yeah. It's just a silly way they were happy. It's good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time to be here in Florida, but it is hot. And if you're not used to the hot weather, it can be...
it was warm.
It can be hot.
Right.
I always thought it was funny. When we lived in California, we had a cousin that lived in Fort Lauderdale. And when she came to visit, it would be 60 degrees outside in California, and we'd be running around in shorts and T-shirts, and she'd be bundled up in a winter parka. Oh. And I see that here when it drops down to like 60 degrees. People are all...
At night, it does get cooler. It's funny.
Well, this is if it's 60 during the day, you see people wearing jackets and not snow gear or anything, but they're dressed like it's cold. And,
right.
They tell us they tell us eventually that we will lose our thick northeast skin and realize that it's hot, and when it's 60 degrees, it's cold. And I said, no, but when it's 100, when it's 80 something and it feels like 100, yeah, that's hot. When you get into a car and it's 109 outside, or
Yeah.
feel like it's 109 out in the car, and then 104 when the AC kicks in. Yeah, it's hot. Good evening, William Grant. William Grant has watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcast than anybody else except Danny Campbell. Now, William Grant is one broadcast ahead if you're keeping score. You have to decide at some point who gets the prize. Probably one of these beautiful Boogie with the Bull uncensored mugs that Jen Woodruff designed for us. Shut up, Joe. You got a Boogie with the Bull thermal bowl. That's Officer Joe from the Boogie with the Bull security detail. Whenever she hears anything outside, she is the first to let us know.
Awesome.
I guess. She was telling me the dogs are not in Studio B tonight. Only Joe is. She's working on a solo album.
Is she a new dog? I don't remember.
No. She's working on a solo album. Her breakaway from the dog pack. Her own solo album.
Okay.
But no, everybody is out at karate except our son is out. I forget where he is tonight, but he's out. And then Donna, our daughter-in-law, and our grandson are at karate tonight. So anytime Joe hears something either on either side of the house or senses somebody walk by, she will bark. So she'll be providing her commentary on tonight's broadcast.
Awesome.
Free of charge. I believe she is voting for Trump. I don't believe she's watching the debate tonight, but who knows? By the way, I'll mention it now while I'm thinking about it. We will not be on Thursday night. No Thursday Night Live at 7 p.m. because we want everybody to stay home and watch the debate. Stay home and watch the debate. There are rumors that if you go over to Wimkin or Rumble, where the American Rebellion is, that they will be on from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Thursday evening, and they will have the debate going as well as doing their own unique analysis. So either go watch the American Rebellion over on Wimkin or on Rumble and take part in that over there. And what else?
Well, I put up a link. I just wanted to encourage everyone to know your rights. And this specifically is your Bill of Rights, which are the 10 amendments to the Constitution. And there's a link there. It goes to one of my sites, a homeschooling site. It's actually a lesson page, and you can print this out in color or you can print it out in black and white. And I just got it done in black and white when I was coming to the computer earlier. But it's really cool, and it will explain to you what we do. We're Americans. I was on Ray's Patriot Lab show this morning, and we were talking about Democrats and Republicans, and I said, forget the fact that you're a Democrat or a Republican and just be an American, because that's what we're fighting for, to save this country. And
Randy and I had that conversation yesterday where I just said, it's time that we just stop focusing on parties right now and we start focusing on people and the best people to be in the White House, and the best person to be in the White House, the best people to be in Congress, and turn this puppy around.
That's good.
I don't see Joe Biden winning the election if he is the Democrats' candidate. I don't think anybody does. I think Joe is done. What does that mean as far as the Democrats go? I don't really know. I'm almost willing to predict, but I don't think it will happen, that there could be someone else other than Joe Biden or someone else dressed as Joe Biden tomorrow evening, or excuse me, Thursday evening, and it could get kind of interesting, or maybe something happens and the the TV networks go off the air tomorrow night, and they're not able to broadcast. Else, the internet crashes or something, and we wake up Friday morning. But I don't believe that will happen either. But what do you think, Jen?
Wow, that's scary. I have heard that we're supposed to be prepared for a time of darkness, and specifically, they're talking about an EMP. And I'm thinking, how can you EMP a whole country? You can't. They can only do an area at a time. And I thought that would be terrible if they did an EMP over New York, because that's where all of our financials are. Basically, with the World Trade Center, and who knows what's going to happen, but that's terrifying. Good thought. What if the blackout is on Thursday night? This is getting so stupid. It really is irresponsible the way they're trying to run this campaign. It's getting ridiculous.
I just think, if you haven't watched Joe Biden for at least 2 or 3 minutes anytime in the last 24 hours, then you might not know. But I mean, if you listen to what he's saying, if you watch the YouTube videos that are taken from his speeches, he can't do it. He can't do it.
The decline is obvious.
The decline is obvious. And, I can relate to it only because yesterday I had physical therapy, and to help me with my dementia, and as well as the Parkinson's, which could bloom or could just stay the way it is. But, and I was in a cloud, and I kept saying to the therapist yesterday, I'm in a Joe Biden mood, and she just kind of kept laughing. Like, what does that mean? I just said, well, I'm in a fog. I don't know what's going on around me today. I don't know what happened. I woke up feeling great yesterday, and then 15 minutes later, I was in a brain fog. And so, I mean, I know sort of what Joe Biden is going through on a daily basis, because I know that if I had to spend a day with someone telling me what to do and how to do it and when to do it and what to say and what not to say and this and that and the other stuff, and I'm done speaking and I don't know where to go, I couldn't do it either. I couldn't do it either. My suggestion to Joe is don't run, step down, complete your term, go find a nice place to live, and wait until they send you somewhere, because I don't know what they're going to do with him anyway. I mean, Robert Hur basically said, well, he's a nice senile old man who doesn't know what he's doing and didn't think that whatever he was doing back then was wrong, and now doesn't understand that it's still wrong and it's even worse. And come on, people! If you want to vote for him, vote for him. But the realistic thing is, do you honestly believe that after Joe Biden stole the election for Joe, we are better off now than we were under President Trump? I mean, I know truck drivers I talk to on Facebook all the time that tell me gas prices are so high that diesel prices are so high that it affects when they can work, and they got to take the work when the work is available. And I don't see that. I don't see that improving anytime soon. The link is on the screen in the live chat that Jen talked about earlier. That has the constitutional brochure. So,
the Bill of Rights.
You can take it out of the live chat, and
You can print it in black and white, so it doesn't use all of your
You
color.
can print it in
But
black and white so that it does not. Actually, we can flash it on the screen. Yeah, we can flash it on the screen.
Right.
Give it a minute and it'll be on the screen and you can read it. But it's in live chat anyway. If you're watching on the Facebook side on the on my profile. Anyway, okay, so Jen's back from her vacation. Her dogs are happy to be home.
Yeah.
Uh,
The plants did not get watered, so that was
the plants did not get watered.
only the ones that are already planted because it's on a timer. But no, the hanging plants did not. And I forgive that girl who did not do it, but I'll tell you what, I was frustrated. It was sad.
Well, she just wanted you to see your plants when you got home from Florida. Like if you took your plants to Florida with you. Good evening, Jane O'Malley. My buddy is watching.
Hi, Jane.
Always a pleasure to have Jane watching. And William Grant is in there somewhere watching, and I'm watching, and Jen is watching. And if you're on Facebook, hopefully you're watching. And if you're on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, it's the only live thing to watch right now. And for kicks, if you're on X right now, go to @BoogieWTBull, the Boogie with the Bull X profile, and you can watch us there, but there is no live chat because I don't know, because there's no live chat over there. All right, this monitor wants to decide to it's a great time for all of the studio equipment to decide at once and it needs to be replaced. So,
that's okay.
There we go. All right. The live chat is going once again. And Jane says, hey, you two, and all out there watching. So what were you saying before I rudely interrupted you as both monitors on both sides of me were dancing? Randy Rhodes is watching. I guess he just said
hi, Randy.
A hello.
Awesome.
I
wanted to say, if you look at that pamphlet that's on that link, it has basically it's describing how we got into the Revolutionary War to begin with, and that is the intolerable acts that England was imposing on the new settlers. And then it talks about in the second part of the trifold is a picture of the Revolutionary War. And there is a number at the bottom of this page, and that is the number we can access today. And a lot of people say, oh, no, the time of calling DC is, that ship has sailed. Well, I have two ideas on that. First of all, it's still available, and they still answer the phone. And the second idea I have is that the squeaky hinge gets oiled. And that's the one that gets noticed is a squeaky hinge. So be the squeaky hinge. And I was telling you earlier, Dave, that when we were in Florida, it was very concerning that there were billboards up that said, do not let DC regulate Florida's water. And I thought, wow, because that's exactly what's happening in Idaho. They're regulating our water. They're telling the farmers to stop watering their crops. And what they're trying to do is save the planet by not having carbon emissions. And what's so frustrating about that is how long has the planet been here? This has never been a concern. It's just a way for them to get money. So feel free to call that number. It's in the middle section, and that number is 202-224-3121. And when you call, you never talk directly to a person except right in the beginning. They say, hello, the switchboard operator says, hello, you have reached Washington, D.C. Who is your senator? And if you don't know your senator, just say, I know my zip code. And they'll say, perfect. Then you give them the zip code and they put you right in the voicemail. So you're never talking directly to a person. But when you do get into your senator's voicemail, just have one sentence. They're going to want to know. The recording says, what is your name? What is your address? And they might ask for your phone number and give it to them. I mean, we're all part of this country. We're trying to save it. And then you just give them a one-liner. Say, please stop regulating our water, or say, vote no on regulating our water. Just pick one topic and tell them how you want them to vote. They actually look forward to hearing from you, and you're going to get a letter in the mail from your senator that says, "Thank you for being part of the American experience or the judicial process," because they are sitting there waiting for you to tell them what you want them to do. You are their constituents. Don't let them know or let them feel like they work for free.
Okay, hang on just a second. We are having trouble getting something that should send to send. So hang on just a second. Give me a second.
Can't get Jen to shut up. Sorry.
No. I'm not telling you to be quiet.
No, thank you.
It just makes sense that when everything decides it's time to replace one thing, that all the other things start to feel guilty.
When it rains, it pours, right?
Yeah. So let me just check that one more time. UBH2. Okay, Randy, there it is. For some strange reason, StreamYard is not letting me send it through Messenger, so I don't know if somebody's mad at me. There he is. Anyway,
I'm here.
Hi, Randy.
Randy Rhodes is here.
It's a dance.
No.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna be down. You're gonna be down where you are because for some strange reason it won't
That's
let
fine.
me. It won't let me.
I don't mind being
There it is.
alone.
Okay. We're using Studio B tonight, which is not my favorite setup, but it will work. Good evening, Randy. I'm glad you could join us. So
It's good to be here. I'm not sure how long I'll stay on. Just today, I don't know. I'm just so damn tired today. Maybe you know, I hate to say it, this is going to sound gross, but maybe my body is starting to say, Randy, it's time to
No.
It's time to turn it in,
No, there's one square left, and who wins the debate tomorrow? But unfortunately, it's Joe Biden beats Trump in the 9th round. Do you want it?
Hey! Did you hear he said that? I haven't been able to fact check this, but supposedly Trump's vice president choice is going to be in the audience during the debate, and the Vivek guy, the Indian guy, he's going to be there in the audience watching the proceedings. So the question, is he the vice president?
Right. And Jerry said last night that he thought he might have heard that all 12 of them, or there's going to be 12 people there that may actually be the 12 people who are on the list. My question is just, will Trump announce it right there at the beginning, or will he announce it at the end as they're doing their closing comments and going out? Because, it doesn't really matter anyway. Biden hasn't mentioned his. And I don't believe even if Biden is the candidate, that Kamala Harris is going to be their vice president.
Oh my gosh.
So you're saying that Biden does not have to keep her as VP going into term 2 if he gets elected?
He doesn't have to, but normally you do, but where there is a question of his mental capacity and his ability to be president, the Democrats right now, I would think, would want a vice president who at the least is going to be stupid and do whatever they tell him to do, because I've heard predictions that Biden on his health doesn't make it past the first 2 years, so that leaves his vice president taking over. If they were charged with doing what I thought Kamala was, using the 25th Amendment to boot him out, that would have made her president. I don't see them wanting her as his vice president again. They're going to want someone who they would be happy if they took over. Like maybe it'll just happen that she gets dumped and Gavin Newsom becomes vice president. And, if that happens, if Biden is elected and Newsom is the vice president, it's just a matter of time before the pecking order takes place. I mean, the change of the lineup takes place. But Jane says that she heard that Vivek's business dealings weren't up and up, but she hasn't researched it. I haven't heard anything from him. I don't think anybody has. He kind of went quiet, and that made me wonder if maybe Trump said, don't do anything stupid, just sit in the background and wait. And, when it's time, America will know. Almost as if I'm wondering if maybe there's some concern from Trump that if he doesn't pick the right one, that maybe Republicans won't vote for him. But I don't know. So I think the election should be at the end of the debate tomorrow night. The election should be at the end of the debate tomorrow night.
Personally,
if we know who the vice president is going to be for Biden, that would be great. But it sounds like he doesn't.
I mean, I could be wrong. They could just carry on with her. I mean, though, it doesn't matter who he says his vice presidential running mate is going to be, because odds are he's not going to win. So it really doesn't matter who people expect that it's going to be. But, I believe that they probably haven't told him who his vice presidential nominee is going to be until they know whether or not he is going to be running in the election.
All right. What were you going to say, Randy?
I was going to say, I would, of the choices that he has available to him, I would love to see Vivek be his VP, because he is a multi-billionaire. He is a businessman. He knows how to build things, just like Trump. I think they, of course, that might also go against him because of being like personalities. But I think he'd be great because he knows how to build things. He knows what to do, what it takes to build things, and non-political. I think that'd be a great combination.
You could be. You
could
be right.
Be right. Yes,
you could be right.
I
Imagine that, Jen. Randy Rhodes could be right.
Of course. He's smart. He's so smart. He probably is right. Yeah.
He is.
Seriously. I think it's funny that I'm not knocking Jane, but I think it's ironic that there would be an article out saying that Vivek's business dealings were not up and up. Oh my gosh. Have they seen Biden? Have they heard about Burisma? Have they seen the photos and the recorded conversations with Hunter and him and Archer, the business partner, and then it's so bad. I'm like, whatever Vivek's paperwork is doing is fine. It's like shiny compared to what this guy in the White House right now has done. So if America cannot see that, we're stupid.
I don't know about being stupid, but as far as being, I think the right now the way things are is that anything that a Republican or a conservative would do. Hey, what was that?
Well, if you do a quick Google on
Cat just
Vivek and put in bad business deals, the first thing that comes up is from 2023. It says he wants to gut the FDA, which, didn't hold up to scrutiny. But then again, he's not in a position to actually gut the
FDA.
Got the FDA.
Wow.
October 2023, it hasn't been bad for Vivek either. His 7% stake in Roivant is now worth about $639 million, making him a billionaire. So I don't see anything that talks about recent bad business deals. But a billionaire is you're not going to win all of them. You're not going to lose all of them. Somebody's going to hate every business deal you make, and someone's going to like every business deal that you make.
I mean, these rich guys got rich for a reason, and they didn't all follow the rules or color inside the lines. So if that if they did something that wasn't quite right or up to your standards, well, so what? Look at like Jim was saying. Look at what the Democrats have to offer. You got the son of the president who is a pedophile, and there's videos coming out all the time of him. I just saw one a day, which I wish I didn't see. There was a camera in the hotel hallway, and you see this naked Asian girl come running down the hallway, absolutely naked. Behind her, you see, and there's no doubt about it because the tattoos on his back. You see a hunter running after her, absolutely butt naked, and she makes the corner, almost gets away. The next thing you see him grabbing, walking backwards, dragging her on the floor, and she's yelling and screaming for help because no one comes out to help. And he finally drags her back into his hotel room. I'm sorry, where the hell is the hotel security to start with? And if he has his Secret Service, they're probably going to cover for him. But you want to be concerned about some kind of business dealing when you have pedophiles in the White House and the son of. Not to mention the fact it still blows my mind that they allow those two guys to have gay sex in the freaking Congress and filmed it, and they got away with it. No charges were pressed. It's despicable. It's sick.
I want to take back. I'd like to recant what I said. I wasn't saying that America would be stupid, but I do see if they don't see these things as security threats, they're ignorant and blindfolded. I'm not insulting their intelligence. I'm saying they are uninformed and they must be blindfolded because this is disgusting. This is not how you run a country.
Now, if you put president fathers against first sons as to who you would rather have as president and vice president, Joe Biden's a pedophile, so why his son's a pedophile, his son's a drug addict, his son's a bad businessman. So why not link them together and run for president and vice president? On the other hand, you have Donald Trump, who is a billionaire. His son is probably a good hefty millionaire, and nothing like the other team.
I will say this, just so I can say that I am fair to both sides of the teams. I have seen pictures of when Melania was modeled, okay, which obviously came out after he was chosen to run for president and won the election and so forth. Also, oh my God, do you want this woman to be your first lady? Hang on. Do you want this first lady? Do you want this lady to be your first lady representing the United States of America? Hell yeah! Damn, she's nice.
but she had a life before she met him. Correct. She was a very successful, sought-after model.
Yes.
So, of course, some doofus in the Democrat media center is thinking, well, we run this picture and she'll be embarrassed or he'll be embarrassed and he'll withdraw from the campaign. BS. He's a man who surrounded himself by beautiful women.
Yeah.
When he met and married Ivanka, she was a very attractive woman. When he met and married Marla Maples, she was a very attractive woman.
Okay, so there's one other thing I wanted to add to that. I have seen pictures of Donald Trump and his daughter Ivanka, who's also an extremely attractive woman.
Yep.
I would say in positions where I would feel weird with my daughter sitting on my lap in that type of posture or posing, together with me, almost an essential kind of "I love my daddy" kind of scenario. So there are concerns, but at least she's got her clothes on and they're not taking showers together.
Right.
But and it just boils down to who do you want running the country? And Trump is the one who you want running the country because he's able to, the 4 years he had, and he did it almost all by himself, he was able to bring back all those businesses that went overseas because they were getting better tax breaks. He brought them all back. He gave them great deals. They rebuilt the economy. We were scot-free as far as debt. We were in a surplus of oil, where every country wants to be, and you got the Democrats who are trying to spin that Biden can do a better job than what Trump did. He just can't do it. He can't. He's in politics, 50 years? And he hasn't been able to do anything successful in 50 years, and he might as well just hang it up.
Yep.
Retire. Yeah.
Hang it somewhere, like maybe down in the Delaware dungeon basement. And I don't know really if as much as I talk about, the Her report saying, basically he's a senile old man who doesn't remember doing what he's accused of, doesn't think that he did anything wrong, doesn't know why everybody's on his case about stuff. So, I mean, if it was anybody else other than Joe Biden, I'd be on my broadcast saying, he needs to have his back, he needs to be facing the wall and not see the bullets enter the back of his head.
Oof.
And that's a death penalty, so that I don't get the Secret Service knocking on my door. But that's just it. If it was any other president besides Biden, that's probably, if Trump was the president and he got accused of all of this stuff before he got into politics, that's what the Democrats would want. They want him to be in Gitmo for the rest of his life, and it wouldn't be a very long life that he was there. Anyway, but I mean, I don't care to see the man, I guess, because you can't send a 75 or older man to prison for the rest of his life because by 80 he'll probably be no longer with us. But I mean, I just want him to go away. Like you had said before, Randy, where why doesn't Trump just take his money, cash it in, take his presidential pensions, and go buy an island? Why doesn't Joe Biden do the same thing? Why doesn't he just go build a building in Ukraine and ask President Trump to make him the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine and just send him there?
I mean, the Bidens themselves aren't, poor. I mean, they have 3 very nice homes. I think he's around $10 million in the bank. Between him and her, with the monthly stipend they get for being president and first lady, plus the money to get for travel purposes and protection and some other bullshit stuff that they get. It's just like $500,000 or more a year for doing absolutely nothing. So it would be nice to see him just go bye-bye. I mean, yeah. He would live a very, the rest of his life as very nice compensation. I'm not sure if he's going to know what he's doing to enjoy his life. But at least his
Oh,
wife.
I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will enjoy his life. They say that a lot of times when your presidency is done, you have a hard time assimilating back into quote unquote everyday daily life. And I can't imagine Joe Biden having any difficulty with that because it's got to be a terrible life. They shove the cattle prod and wake him up whenever they need him to, tell him to take a shower, get dressed, come down for breakfast. From the minute he's done with breakfast, they're probably on him. They got everything, got his whole day planned out. You're going to walk over to this part of the White House, shake this person's hand, get some pictures taken, go have an ice cream sundae, go sit behind the desk in the Oval Office, put your feet up on your desk, make it look like you're working, make it look like you're on the phone talking with world leaders, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy and Bugs Bunny, but I heard Bugs doesn't return his calls, but
I want.
And then they say he takes a nap at 4:00 in the afternoon. And I've got to imagine that if he takes a nap at 4:00 in the afternoon, he's going to bed. How long he's sleeping, that I can't tell you. But if he's on the right sleep med, he'll sleep from 4:00 in the afternoon until probably 4:00 in the morning. And, and when he wakes up at 4:00 in the morning, he, I don't know, but, so his life might be a little simpler. I'm holding out that tomorrow Thursday, he doesn't get into any yelling and screaming with Trump. He just looks and says, I'm done. I'm just done.
I'm done.
You people have no idea what is going on with my life. I have no quality of life. I mean, I know you're talking about things that I did with Ashley and things I did with Hunter and how I couldn't remember when Bo died or how my first wife and daughter died and the fact that Dr. Biden was the nanny back then and he ended up marrying her after his wife died from the accident, but it can't be a life of any quality.
I know.
I mean, it really can't be. And if he's far enough along in his dementia journey, make it easy on him. Just,
let him go.
Like Randy said, go buy a, you own all these nice homes, you own 3 nice homes, travel them. There's probably still world leaders that want to see you. You have to go see the Pope because your local bishops won't give you, because he supports abortion. Communion. They won't give him a Holy Communion because he supports abortion.
Did you see that last picture of him visiting the Pope when he bent right down to the Pope and put his forehead on the Pope's forehead?
Yeah.
It was so awkward.
Yeah.
Even the Pope was looking up at him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And the Secret Service, everyone was beside themselves. The poor guy is done.
And you can't tell him that that's wrong. I mean, you can tell him, but he doesn't understand and he doesn't remember the next time he goes. I mean, to me, it's just, he's done. He's done. I mean, give him his $450,000 a year for the rest of his life and
go buy an island by your brother.
Water.
Yeah, over by Epstein's Island, dear God.
Go by Epstein's Island. He's probably a member there anyway. There's probably a Biden suite there anyway.
Oh, God help us. Poor people. Yeah, well, his brother is right there, Jim Biden. He has an island right next to Epstein's. I think it's called Water Island.
Well, then that's where he should go.
Just go. Yeah.
We should go.
I hope he does. That would be great.
I've
for
heard so
everyone.
many different rumors about what's going to happen with Epstein Island. Supposedly Disney wants to buy it.
Oh,
Of
But
course they do. Of course they do.
But supposedly the reason Disney wants to buy it is because of they were probably involved in everything that went on there, and they want to get there and get a chance to
clean the house.
tear it all down, clean it up, and make it look, you know.
Huh. Find the hidden cameras and the DVR machines to make sure all the tapes are taken care of.
Yeah, you know, and they shouldn't be allowed to buy because of that. They shouldn't be allowed to buy it. You know, neither should anyone whoever was there for or a member of the club. No, they shouldn't be allowed to buy it. You know, and who'd want to buy it anyway? I mean, I can't imagine even if the Epstein family came to Trump and said, "Hey, go on there, knock it all down, and build a world-class Trump resort." He'd probably look at him and go, "I don't think so."
It's tainted land. It's tainted land.
What?
It's tainted land.
Yeah,
Tainted,
it is.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put any kind of decent property on that because it's always going to have that stench of pedophilia going to be going on there.
I mean, somebody will buy it. You know, maybe Bill Gates will buy it and do something. Or Oprah Winbag will buy it. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg will buy it. You know.
Wow.
Somebody will buy it for just to
put their name on it.
Yeah, just to get their name, just to change the name on it. You know. We are messed up, and you're going to see it live Thursday night when Trump versus Biden. The debate everybody thought would never happen.
I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be last minute cancellation.
Wow.
Well,
I heard.
I can imagine. Okay, go ahead, Jen. I'm sorry.
I heard that it's already happened. It was on one of Dan Bongino's shows. He's like, "You think this hasn't happened yet? We think it's already happened, or else they digitally mastered it with AI." But he seems to be pretty confident that this is already a done deal. It's already happened. And I thought
it probably already has.
Ooh.
It probably already has.
We are so deceived.
Or because Biden can't show up tomorrow or not show up tomorrow.
Thursday, right?
Thursday, excuse me, cannot show up on Thursday. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be Trump getting asked the questions and he's going to answer them.
Free campaign.
And he's going to prove that he's the president everybody should vote for, even the Democrats. And the Democrats, I got to tell you, if the president of the United States didn't show up to debate the former president of the United States, you guys deserve to lose. But as I said earlier, maybe this is when it happens that Biden doesn't show up Thursday, and perhaps Gavin Newsom shows up.
Newsom.
And says he's going to be the candidate. And I would believe that Nancy Pelosi is heavily invested in making sure Gavin becomes the nominee, and then hoping that he manages to steal a connection. I mean, steal the election, because then President Newsom would owe his auntie a full-blown pardon. Otherwise, but then again, I'm even tired of all of that. You hear, Nancy Pelosi is guilty of all of this when she's already been to Gitmo and executed, and this is a drone or a droid.
Wow.
I kept asking people every time one of those videos would come out, if Pelosi, the Clintons, all these other wicked, evil Democrat politicians have already gone to Gitmo, been executed, what is here? And people go, oh, androids. body doubles. Why? Oh, because they're going to get executed at the end for the people that already got executed. Oh, come on. Come on. I wouldn't be surprised if Biden whoever it is rips the mask off, the full-blown mask off.
Like Scooby-Doo.
And admits that it's Barack Obama, I don't know, or somebody.
Wow.
It's just sad that it's gotten to.
They have to keep the illusion
that it's gotten to this.
Alive.
It's sad that Jen's grandchildren will be talking about this as the worst 8 years of presidential history. Forget about who wins, but the worst 8 years of presidential history because of what they did to Trump and what they very well might likely do to Biden if he when he is defeated. Part of me says that Trump is human and he's chomping at the bit to put Biden through everything Biden put him through. But I mean, that you would think that has to be true out of human nature. But I can also see that Trump is the kind of person that says, I just fucking want him out of Washington, D.C. I don't ever want to see him again. I don't care where he is. He's never going to go anywhere out of the country representing the United States. But I don't care. I just want him out of Washington, D.C. And done.
Wow. I hope he's not hell bent on revenge, because
I don't think he is. Because I think if you listen to him, there's too much that has to be done.
Yeah.
We backpedaled too far that we can't wait much longer to do what we need to do. Do we lose the House? There's a good possibility. Do we keep the House and win the Senate back? I don't see it. I don't see it.
He needs to do deportations, finish building that wall, and he needs to reinstate that Keystone Pipeline. It was ridiculous.
I think that's the first thing he needs to do.
The first day Biden got in there, he took away our gross domestic product.
Right.
That kneecapped us.
I think
that was ridiculous. You don't take away our product.
I think we need the Keystone XL pipeline turned back on, sending it to wherever it's gonna go. Hopefully, gas prices fall.
Right.
Electric cars become nothing but a memory other than for people who want them. It's like I'll keep saying, if you got $125,000 and your choice is a pretty decent Mercedes or a top-of-the-line Tesla, and you want a top-of-the-line Tesla, by all means, go buy it. Right. I don't want you living next door to me when you have it plugged in at your home charging. I don't want to live next door to you when it's sitting in your garage and it might spontaneously combust and take my house with it.
God, that's scary.
But if you want one, go buy one. I mean, this is America. You got a right to own and do whatever you want. So if you want one, go buy one. But
hey, speaking about owning one and buying one, I guess what I just realized in my neighborhood, a neighbor a couple houses behind me has chickens in her backyard that she's raising, which we have an HOA, and the HOA said, no, we can have chickens. Not to mention the fact that the township has these very strict rules on what's required to keep chickens or roosters. So it's going to be interesting to see how long the chickens survive in the backyard here.
Wow.
I know that for roosters, I know it's a noise ordinance because as soon as they see the sun come up in the morning, there's your alarm clock.
Yeah, well, those things are already crowing, so I'm not sure what's wrong with it. But,
I think we need to, I think we need the Keystone XL pipeline turned back on, sending it to wherever it's gonna go. Hopefully gas prices fall. I don't know. I mean, I don't know
You-
how
you,
long
uh,
it'll take the
you
HOA
come here and listen to
force
the
them out
pro.
anyway. To actually get them out. Anyway, HOAs to me, I think, are the worst thing you can have.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you don't have money to buy a nice home, why would you buy a nice home in a place that has an HOA?
Right.
Well, according to the township, like get this. According to the township rules and regulations to keep chickens, each chicken, okay, each singular chicken is required to have 1 acre of land to
Oh,
itself.
come on. An acre?
Well, you can't. I mean,
Acre of
I'm sure she
land.
can't. How many chickens does she have?
We can only see 2 at this point.
So that's 2 acres. But how much? How big is the average lot in your
quarter
area?
acre. It's a quarter acre.
Yeah, so you can't.
So someone, I wouldn't say who, notified the HOA, and the HOA notified the police, and they supposedly are going to be investigating the chickens in the backyard. But as of 2 hours ago, they're still there. So I'm not sure what's going to happen to them. So
I just no
I'm
on both sides of the HOA. My last job in the security business was a patrol supervisor for a mobile patrol service, and we had a bunch of HOAs that we patrolled their compounds, and I mean, stupid things. Just we had to go deliver stupid notices for like stupid things, like 5 minutes on the house next door, the loud music. By the time we got there, no one was even home. Just stupid things. And I hate them anyway. And this goes back to California when I had the limousine business in California. I rented a condo from the lady who was the president of the HOA. So I figured I'd never have any problem because my landlord owned the HOA.
Oh no, what happened?
My garage, there were garages surrounded the complex, and you got assigned a garage, and my garage was in the middle of maybe 50 garages going up one side of the complex. And the rule is everybody's garage has to close flat,
right?
Or else you get like a $50 a day fine until you take care of it. I went to the local fire chief, who sent me to the local fire god, who sent me to the state fire marshal, who sent me to somebody else. After I had an architect draw out plans that would allow me to have a slightly different garage door than everybody else, but it would close flush and you wouldn't see it open. I had to extend the garage 2 inches so that my limousine that I took home back then would fit in there. Everybody signed off on it. The mayor, the city council, the zoning people, whatever. Everybody signed off on it. My landlord, who, like I said, was the president of the HOA, she signed off on it. I was going to pay for it. It was going to cost me like, $1,500 to extend the garage door track 6 inches and change the garage door so that it was one of those sectional ones. You wouldn't have even noticed that it was open any more than anybody else. And when it came time for the HOA to vote on it, they said no. So I just said, enough is enough. I'm out of here. I can't deal with HOAs. But a lot of people rent. Here in Florida, you have HOAs made up of people who bought homes, as well as property management companies bought homes in all of these neighborhoods, and that's how you end up with an HOA. And to me, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Don and I, never lived in Connecticut in a place that we had to have an HOA. Probably wouldn't. I mean, we thought about moving into a mobile home at some point. You probably have an HOA in there, but usually it's just a bunch of people over 55 who want to be left alone. So,
right.
But I just walk by my house and get mad because I didn't mow my. Yeah, they have been known to come by here and take pictures of houses that need the lawn mowed, and then
frustrating,
and then come by and drop the notice, the fine for not having your lawn mowed. And
wrong.
People get into arguments. I've watched neighbors, just let me know when you're going to come by and I'll make sure my lawn is mowed before you come by.
That's frustrating.
Tell me that you come by on Wednesday, I'll make sure it's mowed on Monday.
Right.
It's not like people don't want to do it. If I could, I joked with our son and daughter-in-law when we first moved down here, get a push mower. Because best exercise I could get, walking the small little path of the side, doing it, but to me it's ridiculous, trash barrels. You can't put your trash out until after 5 o'clock the day before, the night before it gets picked up. Then by such and such time that morning, your barrels have to be put away. And put away means out of sight. You can't put them in your front yard. You can't take them out of sight from the street. You got to have them in your backyard, or you got to have them in your garage, or
it drives me nuts.
To me, it come on.
I know we have to put ours in the garage too, and I'm like, they smell. Yeah. Why can't we put them on the side of the house?
Yeah.
I wish we would and build like a white fence or something where no one can see it from the road. Oh, because they smell. They're garbage cans.
I saw a picture that looks like it's a four picket fence, and in the middle it looks like a hand flipping the HOA off because they told the guy that he had to cover his trash cans. So that's what he did. And they're not. The funny thing about it is they're not upset with the hand flipping the bird at the HOA, which is the fence. They're happy now because there's a fence.
Wow.
But I mean, to me, it's just ridiculous. There's so much more important stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
Than worrying about.
That's how they make money.
The only way an HOA makes money is by fining you.
Right.
Or a membership fee. And, the owner of the home pays the membership fee. Yeah. So they get the notice if something happens, and then, whoever has to decide whether or not it's something they're going to pay. But to me, it's just ridiculous.
Yes, well, I'm going to call it a night.
Okay.
And I guess that'll be tomorrow's Wednesday, right?
Tomorrow's Wednesday. Are you going to be here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning?
If my eyes open up, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Randy.
I don't know what happened, but I swear
that seasons
I sat down at about 6:30 and set up StreamYard, and I sent Jen a link, Randy a link, William J. Bernard, in case he came over tonight, Nikki Young, in case he came over tonight, and you. And for some reason, I went back and looked at Messenger. You're the only one who didn't get it.
Yeah,
and then when I tried to send it to you, it wouldn't let me. It just buffered forever, and then I had to type it in manually.
Yeah, somehow you have two messengers set up. One is
I only have one.
Well, there's
encryption.
The encryption one.
Encryption ones have shown up on some people that send me messages, they come in encrypted, and I delete that one and send them another one, and it's fine. But maybe that was what it was. I didn't notice that. Maybe it was it went to an encrypted. Because as soon as I see that, I let it go. I mean, I delete it. You know,
That's
there's very few people. I mean, there are a few people that I talk to through Facebook Messenger that require encryption, and it's stupid because they can read it whether it's encrypted or not. It's their system.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, you guys have fun.
I'll send it to you manually to make like I did tonight, to make sure you have it.
Send it to me via Holman Pigeon.
I'll send it to you, and you can bill me for the donuts tomorrow to make up for it.
No, somewhere I'll get them. See ya, Jen.
Bye.
All right, Randy, always a pleasure. Hey, plug your business. And well, he left. I was going to say plug your business. All roads lead to home genealogy services. Randy Rhodes. There are some broadcasts that he is working on, and I can't tell you what they are yet because I don't think he announced what they would be yet. But All Roads Lead You Home Genealogy, I think is still around as a group on Facebook. Go in there, look around, then message him on his profile. And if you tell him that you heard about it on Boogie with the Bull, he'll give you 1 hour free of genealogy services.
Awesome.
As opposed to the 15 minutes that he gives everybody else. So,
right.
So tell him that. And he does find great stuff. He really does. Unfortunately, in my on again, off again friendships with people on Facebook, I think I deleted everything he did once, and then I think I lost it a second time, and I don't know if I've gotten it back. The way my computers are, they work fine one day, they crash the next day. But All Roads Lead to Home Genealogy is Randy's business. You will not find another person who is more lives, breathes, eats. This is all he does.
Right.
24/7. This is what he does. This is what his life was meant to be. And it's $250 a month for unlimited monthly access to him. Or him doing what he can a few hours every day. And you won't find anybody that does it for any less. He's really good. And go talk to him. And I think Jen has talked to him and found out that she's on the list of British royals and slated to become queen in 4027.
I don't know about that, but there is royalty somewhere in there. It's funny.
He never went back far enough to try to find anything on my side, although he did find he confirmed some things after I told him, like my great grandmother's brother on my mother's side. So my great uncle was a well-known Russian opera singer, Jewish, which was even more crazy that he was while they lived in Russia, and he was a well-known opera singer, and supposedly another one of them was a lawyer to one of the czars, and Lord knows what happened to him.
That's awesome. Don't you wish you knew these people? If we just have a little loan, that's all. That would be nice. Just a little one. That's funny. These royalties and the castles, I'm like, what in the world are you going to do with all that room? I think, do they really still pay?
The last person down in Newport, Rhode Island, they have an area which is where all the old mansions were. And it's a big tourist trap in the nice weather. The person who I think had the last Vanderbilt, I believe it was, to have the Vanderbilt mansion there, got to the point where he couldn't afford to live in it.
Wow.
So he basically donated it to the city, and now they use it as they do summer weddings and conferences, conventions, whatever. there. It's a really beautiful place. But no, it's like you said, I'd end up inheriting something like that.
And you can't
And
even afford the property.
I'd end up living in a camper around the back, plugged into it,
Gotcha,
sucking
kid.
down the electricity from the house,
That's
and
funny.
and that would be it. Or I'd just sell it for whatever I could get for it to just
That's funny.
cash out and move on. You know, we always joke about if we win megabucks or mega million
Powerball.
or Powerball that we'd like to buy a big plot of land and build a compound where we'd have a house and our son and daughter-in-law and grandson would have a house. The dogs would have a house. Donna would have a she shed for crochet.
Aw,
I'd have
yeah.
a
Studio.
state-of-the-art studio.
Awesome.
But I don't know. I don't know if I would do that. I really don't.
Right.
But let's see. It's coming up on 8:15. Anything else? History lesson for tonight? Something quick that because I almost said to you, make sure you bring a history lesson.
Yeah, the best I could do today was that pamphlet.
That pamphlet.
And
make sure you go to the website, people. Scroll back and
it's under lessons.
Yeah.
If you go to
scroll back and there's a comment from me, HTTP with the whole link, and do that. And Jen said she set it to grayscale so it won't eat most of your ink, it won't eat all of your ink, just most of it.
Mr. Black and White, yeah. Sorry.
And then, like I said, we won't be on Thursday evening because I want everybody to watch the debate. I want everybody to watch the debate. Then come on Friday with Bill Muckler and I, and Jen, if you're around, you're probably welcome.
Oh, I would love to. That would be fun.
You, me, and Bill, and I'm sure we'll hear Bill's take on it as well. So that'll make up for us not being on Thursday. I just want people to watch it. Plus, I think it's going to be so hilarious and I'm going to be laughing so hard. I mean, I'm probably going to have to watch it in here with headphones on.
Right.
Because Donna doesn't usually watch that stuff. So, but I want to be able to watch it. Now, there's a bunch of places I want to share it to. I did not get, it's my fault, but I did not get it posted on Streetlock, Wimkin, Gab, or Truth Social tonight. So as soon as the podcast is up about 8:30, I will go put it on Streetlock, I will put it on Wimkin, I will put it on Gab, and I will put it on Truth Social. If you watch us on Streetlock when we're live, you're watching it from the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, and you get access to the YouTube live chat. If you are watching it on Wimkin when we are live, it's from the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel, but you do not get live chat. So if live chat is important to you and you watch us on Wimkin right now, go to the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel and watch it there. And the first week of July, we'll get it set up so that you have live chat on Wimkin and on Rumble and on a few other places. But anyway, Jen, anything else?
No, I'm just really tired. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
There's jet lag. It's only 2-hour difference, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't handle it. I'm sorry.
Someone asked me in a chat this afternoon, is there really ever any need to go more than an hour? And I said, well, when I started doing it myself, I was doing 3 hours, and I had probably 2 hours of stuff ready to go, and I kind of just ranted them through the last hour. Then I cut it to 2.5. Then we cut it to an hour and a half. About a year ago, cut it down to an hour and a half, trying to get it down to an hour. So we didn't do too bad tonight. About an hour and 15 minutes. Awesome. But yeah, we're trying to keep it down to an hour because I know most people, even if you're at home, you don't always have an hour to sit and watch it. Jane O'Malley will tune in when she's at work, sometimes if she can or if she's home, and I appreciate that. And she said, good night, Randy. Robin Brunson also watched our Coffee Connection lady. If anybody, shop for coffee on Facebook, Fat Cup Coffee Company, Fat Cup Coffee Company. They have a page here on Facebook. Go take a look at it. It'll take you over to their website. Go take a look at it. You can buy all different kinds of beans, all different kinds of roasts, all different kinds of flavors, all different kinds of everything. I believe you can even get their stuff in K-cups for those of you fancy Keurig connoisseur type people. And if you do buy from them, then you can comment anywhere. Tell them you heard about them from Boogie with the Bull. Because one of these days when I come up for air and ready to do it, I want to do a sponsorship announcement with them where hopefully they'll donate stuff that we can use to plug Fat Cup Coffee Company and use to give away to get people watching the broadcast. But anything else, Jen?
No, just download that pamphlet or go to the site and look at the things.
I will go look at it. I keep saying to Donna, I wish I had taken the printer off the floor and put it on the desk and set it all up and got it going. And by the time they wheel me out of here to my dementia home, it'll probably still be sitting there, and then maybe it'll come with me, but I doubt it because they probably don't allow you to have that kind of stuff in your room. I had a dream last night that they didn't have any problem with me bringing my Chromebooks and studio gear and setting it up in my room. They just wouldn't allow me to do the broadcast anymore.
Stop talking. Oh, that's funny.
But well, that's when you go sit at the library and try to do it from the library if you can get away with it. But
that's great.
Anyway, always a pleasure, Jen. Tomorrow is Wednesday, 10 o'clock. If you're around, you're more than welcome to come join us. Friday, 10 o'clock. You come join us. It'll be you, me, and Bill Muckler.
Awesome.
And we'll talk about the debate. Okay?
That would be awesome. Okay, thanks, Dave.
All right, Jen. Always a pleasure.
See ya.
You going to do it or you want me to? I always ask people if they want me to do it or if they're going to do it. And the old ignite the parachute, as I joke about. But like I said, tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, Randy Rhodes and I will share your 10 a.m. cup of coffee with interesting conversation and things that you might not know or might not even know that you want to know or don't know. You're more than welcome to join us. That will be live here on my Facebook profile, the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. It will be on at Boogie WT Bull, the Boogie with the Bull X account at Boogie WT Bull. We will be live on Street Lock with the YouTube live chat. We will be live on Wimkin without the YouTube live chat. We will be live on Gab. I don't remember if we get the YouTube live chat or not. And we will be live on Truth Social. I don't know whether or not we get the YouTube live chat there. And if people remind me, we'll get it set up on Wimkin that we can be with a live chat over there. And we will get it set up with Rumble so that we can be on Rumble very quickly come the beginning of July. Anyway, the dogs are barking. Everybody's home. And it's time to say shalom, sayonara. Have a great night. I should not be telling you that tonight's beverage for the broadcast was Coca-Cola. We'll talk about a recent video I saw that swears that Bill Gates and the Coca-Cola bottling company have a deal where evidently the nanoparticles that you would get if you had been injected with the vaccine are now somehow getting into your Coca-Cola and your Diet Coca-Cola. And so I'm going to do some more research and see if we can get some more video footage that we can use on this because I've been a Coke addict for 62 years. We went from breast milk to Coca-Cola in my mother's house. So it's my go-to a lot. But I've already been vaccinated, and I probably have all the nanoparticles in me, and they're probably watching me anyway because they watch the broadcasts and they listen in to my conversations. Hey, last thing before we go. The other day, I was actually doing some research, and I was thinking about things that I wanted to look up. And before I grabbed my phone, went to Google, went to type it in, and I typed Google something, and without even saying it or typing it in, it was the first thing that popped up. So now I know that Google is listening. I know that they watch you on Marketplace. I know they watch you in Messenger. Yes, they can read your encrypted messages. And don't think they can't. I mean, come on, it's Meta. It's their freaking messenger system. You know, they're going to be able to read it anyway. Also, if you haven't had a conversation with Meta AI, go in there sometime and just shoot the bull and ask stupid questions and get the answers. Because finally, Meta AI admitted to me, in the beginning it said that our conversations from Messenger are not fit, that Facebook cannot access them. And Meta cannot access them. Then it admitted that they could, and it kind of proved to me how they were. So, and if you hate Meta AI and you think you're going to get classic Facebook search back, forget it. You're not going to. It's just a matter of time before Meta AI fully replaces Facebook search on the Android app and the iOS app, and it is just a matter of time before it replaces it if you log on to the Facebook website, facebook.com directly, or mfacebook.com directly. You're going to lose Facebook Classic Search. And if that really bothers you, then get a search engine that you can trust and put it on a machine that doesn't have Facebook on it and that you trust, and do all your searches there. Because if you haven't realized by now, we are not Facebook's enemy. Okay? We come on, we try to tell you the truth. And, lately, most of my groups get a partly false violation. And when I appeal it and put partly false, that means that there was partly true and partly false. We only covered the part that was partly true. And 9 out of times when I say that to Facebook, they dismiss it. But anyway, it's really funny also, speaking of that, this will be the last thing, that Facebook will send me a post or a notification that they did something in a group. They took content out or whatever. And then I go in there and I look. No admin violations, no group violations, no membership violations, no nothing. What'd they do? They punished me for something that wasn't there. But anyway, I keep telling you, and I've told you for 15 years now, that Facebook should not be the beginning and the end of your social media experience. We are only here at this point because Boogie with the Bull broadcasts get the most number of views on any social media network right now because Facebook is free. And that's where everybody is. But we will be on Wimkin soon. We will wrap up, or we have to wrap up with Rumble and be on Rumble soon. We will be on Gab, and we will be on Truth Social. And there's a whole list of where we will be. I'm trying to automate the process so that it will do it all for me, get it all running through StreamYard, and then that way we don't have to try to do it manually while we're running the broadcast. Anyway, Jane O'Malley, thank you for watching, and nice to see Dr. David Novar made it in here, And Robin Brunson, a pleasure to see you. William Grant, you're still the record holder, having watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcasts than anybody else in the history of Boogie with the Bull. And I can actually tell you that that is true because I have only watched 6. I watched one 5 times in a row because I was looking to see if I had done something wrong. And then I watched one another time because people kept telling me it was really good. So I wanted to make sure that it was. I don't think it was, but they did. Anyway, so thanks to our hosts at StreamYard for putting up with us for about an hour and a half. And thanks to Facebook for putting up with us, and YouTube for putting up with us, and X for letting at Boogie WT Bull tag along and share it free as well. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, that's Eastern time, so adjust yourself accordingly. Bring your favorite cup of coffee and your favorite morning caffeine vessel, and we'll all try to do it again. Bye. Boogie with the Bull Tuesday Night Live is a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. If we violated your copyright, please come on tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock and let us know, and we will fully apologize and probably do it again another time. Anyway, good night.